want to come? There are no crutches.
Yo, big dude, are you trying to pull on that? Are you really pulling on that? I was.
Okay, thank you.
Make more sense for you to get the hell out of there, rejoin the group, and get to another street. Sometimes yes, sometimes no, but be thinking about those circumstances while you're on the street, and when someone goes, the police are coming, lock down. Sometimes you can say, actually, this is a raised pizza. I'd rather get the Bank of America. Let's go. You know?
It's a very basic question. I probably leave it on there, but what about the bag? I feel like
Can you help me buy a politician?
No, that's
To a little boy, and the boy comes out like this. He wasn't breathing for an hour. He performed another exorcism. Oh, you can just see that guy stabbed 17 times. You're right. It was her cousin. No. Her cousin was the
solution to create a new system fit for humanity. I want to thank you very much. Socialist Republic in North America. This is put out by the Revolutionary Communist Party. It is based on Bob Avakian's new synthesis. And a lot of times, I am a political economist. I've done a lot of study, written books on world economy, on socialist economics. But a lot of time people ask, well, I agree there are all these problems. And it's very important to say about what it's on. We actually create a better system. And how would it work? Well, this Constitution answers that question. This is a vision and this is a framework for how we could, through revolution, on the basis of revolution, create a life premise. It's $8. So maybe people can come in if they want to make points. I just want to now. One, I want to, people can go online and actually read this online. Okay? people down. Don't trust the kids. Now, I'm back in the station, Louisiana. Just live on TV.
Mic check! Mic check! Mic check! Mic check!
Starting right now.
Right here!
Right here.
Please join us!
Please join us.
Thank you! Okay, do you want to do mic check? So, if you just speak in short sentences and everything you say will repeat. We're going to do mic check. Say mic check. Mic check!
Mic check.
Mic check!
Mic check.
So, we're meeting because we need to stop violence and... We're meeting
Because we need to stop violence.
not just on women, but all groups.
Not just on women, but all groups.
This is the first time the world is watching us.
This is the first time the world is watching us.
We have the chance, the ears, and potential
We have the chance, the ears, and the potential
to make this change from us.
to make this change from us.
There will be two groups.
There will be two groups.
This is the first meeting now.
This is the first meeting now.
The other starts at 5, led by Eve Ensler.
The other starts at 5, led by Eve Ensler.
On telling your story.
On telling your story.
And there's lots of room.
And there's lots of room.
If people want to move up
People want to move up
and sit down,
and sit down
so we can all be closer,
so we can all be closer.
and it'll be easier to hear each other.
It'll be easier to hear each other. I'm here live.
Actually spent the night the other night.
Actually spent the night the other night.
I'm addicted.
I'm addicted.
And I've been working with a group of people here
And I've been working with a group of people here
to get out people's stories.
to get out people's stories.
And last week we had a wonderful meeting. And
Last week we had a wonderful meeting.
I got a bunch of stories.
I got a bunch of stories.
Started a series on Huffington Post.
I started a series on Huffington Post
Called Ambiguous Upsparkles from the Heart of the Park.
called Ambiguous Sparkles from the Heart of the Park.
And I published a bunch of people's stories.
And I published a bunch of people's stories.
And in the interim, people sent me a bunch more.
And in the interim, people sent me a bunch more.
We already have a full manuscript.
And we already have a full manuscript.
And this week I found a publisher.
And this week I found a publisher.
So now we need to get more stories.
So now we need to get more stories.
And we'll talk about that at 5.
And we'll talk about that at 5.
And people are going to read some of their stories at 5.
And people are going to read some of their stories at 5.
But this wonderful young woman
This wonderful young woman
invited me to come and help facilitate a group
invited me to come and help facilitate a group
on young women and women
on young women and women
and how we can link our issues more centrally to what's going on at OWS.
more essentially to what's going on.
The Jawbone Puppet Theater proudly presents Without Country.
Fail! algo para que nadie me ha pedido mi opinión?
Nobody asked for my opinion about a country.
Un país no es nada.
A country is nothing.
Nada lo justifica.
Nothing justifies a country.
Ni sus putos muertos,
Not their fucking dead.
ni sus putas batallas.
Not their fucking battles.
Yo no debo nada a Dios ni al gobierno
I don't owe anything to God or the government.
por haber nacido por el coño de mi madre.
Just for being born equivalent to my mother.
Pues así es, tíos. Es que hay 4 ricos blancos que controlan todo el mundo. Bueno,
Good. Okay. Bye.
The bread is my body of work. The wine is my blood transfused through the track in the verse. I tell the truth till it hurts. Apostle of a gospel not found in the church. See, we was rose from the dirt. Born black in America, some call it a curse. But every child born in bondage bears immaculate birth. Nor plant converts the fertile flesh to a sterile breath. Another murky mother gasp at the sin of death. My mama made soul food from this ungodly mess. Probably best that Pop slept shit. He was nobody's chef. Stress had him cooking different up in Hell's Kitchen. Sniffing blow and sipping firewater became his religion. See, our afflictions are the chains that bind us. And purgatory's here to constantly remind us. Until we move on to that light that blinds us. Do this for the remembrance so heaven can find us. Take a look through the eyes of Allah, symbolic to the black star. Al-Shaheed, we in need of a brighter tomorrow. So far in the course of my short lifespan, I've learned you can't cram for that final extended. But try to walk before crawling and you'll never overstand it. See, we are realists, dreaming the impossible. But if directed properly, liberation is possible. I heard of any obstacle and then I keep it moving. United States Constitution is just another optical illusion. See, we were made to jump and dance on the auction block. Now we're expected to jump and dance to make it off the block. Guns pop on every block, but who calls the shots? Not us. Cameras on the corner watch us. Without dynamic rockers, cops pop and lock us. Military helicopters hover above us like dark clouds, while on the surface we profile for unfair trials. What more can you expect from the nation that killed us by the millions and use us to fill up their prisons? We built this from the bottom and they ain't trying to break bread with us. See, from the prayers to the pilgrims and everything in between, we have never seen no American dream. My life ain't fair and they don't fight fair. So my life ain't fair, so I won't fight fair. And I'm introducing myself as America's nightmare, yeah. Say freedom! Freedom! Say freedom! Freedom! Say freedom! Freedom! And if they don't give me mine, I'm ready to die for it. What up? Woo!
Some say what we facing here are the last days, and that patient fam should be on the same exact page. No matter that they're younger, older, or the same age, I fry, you fry, hung up in the same cages. You phrase these tough times we're living in. Starring Commander Chief's puppet show of simpletons. Reckon no hand forces, forsaken resources, rings of income and company.
Just look for it on the Google group later
No, I
today.
haven't.
Look for it on the Google group later today and tomorrow. So there's a student outreach. I think there's a
fulcrum, a major moment of strength like this. I mean, deregulation we see doesn't work. We had that last deal after the wall between investment banks and commercial banks, and they dismantled it because the motives of the corporations is to dismantle.
Don't know me. Sleeping in the middle of the cold winter, wrapping up on nothing. Word in the morning. Hello, good morning, ma'am. Yeah.
Big guy, Paul.
Wrap with this bullshit.
So to pass any proposals, your intent, majority. As follows. I agree. It's like applause. This means I'm on the fence. This means
march.